Okay guys, so we are in a crawl space on James Island that we are finishing up. We're in the process of taping. There's still some trash laying around, little scraps of drain mats, some tools, etc. But as you can see, we have the wall curtain up, poly down. It's looking beautiful. Lights up, obviously, like in every crawl space we do. And I want to show you guys the difference today between the way most people tape and the way we tape and why it matters. And it's just these little things that add up. So first off, I'm going to come over here to what will be the equivalent of the corner I'm about to show you guys. Now, as you can see, everything looks pretty flat and even, you know? I have a small wrinkle there. I'm actually upset about that. I see that, but as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 pieces of tape overlapping this same corner, and it's all nice and flat and even, okay? Now that may not seem like a big deal to you, but we're gonna talk about why it is, why this is fundamentally different from the way most people tape, and we're gonna show you something. So the biggest problem we've had, bear with me, one day I'll have someone to film this stuff for me, but until that day, you gotta bear with me. Okay, am I aimed at the corner? I sure hope so, or this is gonna suck. Okay, right there. So, the biggest problem we've had when training people has been the taping, by far. Quick Spanish lesson for you guys. Arrugado. Arrugado means wrinkled, okay? We cannot have wrinkles, and I'm about to explain why. So first, I'm gonna show you how most people tape, then I'll show you how we tape, and I'm gonna explain the difference. So this tape, and at this point in time, all crawl spaces are held together, all crawl space encapsulations rather, are held together by tape, okay? And we are seeking a solution to that, and I will have it within the next few years because I consider it the weakest point of all these crawl spaces. But for now, they're all taped together. Everyone does it, and we're gonna show you how they do it, why we do it. So this tape is made with this slightly perforated edge because it's actually made to be torn for speed. So let's go at speed. This is how most people do it. If they can even see that they just missed that spot because of light, you know, we have nice overhead lighting in here, but they may not. In fact, last I checked, I'm the only person that does it. Okay, that's done. Quick and easy. But as you can see, it's really wrinkled. Now, does that matter? Well, yeah, actually, it does. I'm about to explain why. So this is an exterior wall, right? So over time, this wall is going to experience water flow. Now, we've done everything we can to avoid that. We have our tape seam nice and high. This is about the corner, right? It's nice and high up the wall. We have full coverage drain mat behind here, even going up this wall. And this is all to try to avoid water touching tape seams to extend the life of this crawl space, okay? But if this piece of tape experiences water flow, it'll experience it all at once over an even surface. And this is, I don't have science to back this up, this is my experience, but in normal amounts of water flow, which is to say it's not on a regular basis, it's only when we have extreme heavy rains, a piece of tape like this will last 5 to 7 years, okay? That's because water will have to wear away at this adhesion, you know, that's with drain mat, for the record. That would be much less time without drain mat, but with drain mat, a piece of tape like this experiencing water flow is going to last several years. And the reason is as water contacts it, it's going to have to wear away at the adhesion of the entire piece of tape a little bit at a time before water's actually penetrating onto this poly, and we have water straining and standing water here. With a piece of tape like this that is wrinkled, remember our Spanish word of the day, arrugado, okay? Arrugado. Man, my grandma would be so upset with me, okay? Half Guatemalan, in case y'all didn't know. With a piece of tape like this, the moment water touches this low point, it'll find the path of least resistance. It'll flow through here, and flow through here, radically lessening the amount of time until this tape fails and water gets on top of this poly. Typically, when I see these single layer crawl spaces, you know, a single layer of 20 mil with this wrinkled tape, I mean, water's typically flowing onto them within the first year, 3 at the max if it's not backfilled. I mean, it's just constant. Every crawl space you go in, you look around the walls, all of this will be water stained. There'll just be little low spots here because they didn't go up the walls, and it'll just be full of water or stains from water penetrating onto it and drying up all the time, which is more time your dehumidifier is running. Now, just to show you how we would do this the right way, gonna redo this corner and show you the right way to do this, which is not tearing it and cutting these corners. Yes, in this case, cutting corners is actually a good thing. Okay, and we tell all of our guys, look, we don't care how fast you work, straight up. The number 1, 2, and 3 priority is that you do this right, okay? Most of the guys that are willing to work in a crawl space, honestly, you don't have to motivate them to be fast. They're not comfortable down here. They don't want to be down here. They want to get done. You try to offer them a portion of the job so they are motivated to get it done. Please ignore the fact that I just dropped my knife and stabbed my own very tough poly. Looked like an idiot in the process, but so be it. I can tell you how many times I've tried to train someone to do this. Of all the guys we've trained to do this, that actually take the time to do this properly, I'd say there's been 2. And it took them quite a while. My best guy that's learned to do this and actually does good taping took him about 6 months before I was finally happy with his taping, which is, by the way, why I am so determined that at some point I will find a way to do away with this. There's a fella out of Illinois that has figured out a way to have truly seamless crawl spaces that water can never penetrate. Unfortunately, his techniques don't work with our materials, and we are in love with this material. This is the reflective back 120 mil. It's absolutely amazing stuff. And that is a corner done properly. Takes a lot more pieces of tape, so the actual cost is a lot more. Takes a lot more skill, so the training cost is higher. Takes a lot more time, but that is a difference of years, if you can believe that. So just thought I would show you guys a little more behind the scenes, how all these small details add up.